The other method I wanted to show you for creating a pricing table is with image blocks, and this requires zero code, and you can do this with any Squarespace plugin. So I'm in Squarespace 7.1, and luckily in 7.1 you get a few more formatting options for your text. So this works really well for this. Unfortunately, in 7.0 you only get 3 headers and 1 paragraph font, so you only have 4 options, which is a little bit more limiting, but you can definitely still achieve this with just a little bit fewer options for formatting the text. So what I've done is I've added a Squarespace block for the stack option. So I've added this one. And to do that, you basically just hover over the teardrop marker, figure out where you want to add it, and click that, and then choose the layout that you want to start with. So while you're editing the settings for this, and I just chose a random photo for me that for the purposes of this tutorial, but I would try to stick to something that seems relevant to the type of package that you're listing. So then go to the design, and then choose whether or not you want to have a link. So in my case, I would want a button. I just pick something random that makes sense and link it to whatever you want to link it. This could be your Dubsado lead capture form link. It could be your email address. If you did an email address, you would do mail to, and then your email, or you can click the gear wheel and go to email and then type in your email address. You can even add a subject and then a carbon copy too if you have teammates that you want this to be able to be copied to, etc. So in this case, I'll just do that and hit apply, and then you can put the name of your package here and then all of the bullet points here. So you could do package detail number 3. Okay, so I could make this my heading 4. Actually, I don't like that. Let's make that 3 and capitalize it. And if I want all of this to be centered, I go back up to the design settings for the block. Oh, the stack block doesn't give you that option. Okay, so you probably have to do that in site styles, which would affect globally all of the stack image layouts across your whole website. So the second option would be to do the collage. I'm going to search for an image. Let's just use that same one. And let's go to design and let's put the image on the left button. Let's give it a title. Do contact again. And that's interesting. Squarespace, you're being quirky today. Just grab all of this, copy, paste. Okay, so that's method number 2. You'll have to play with your site styles to figure out how far over you want this text area to overlap the image, how much padding you want around the edges, how much padding you want between the description area and the title area, that kind of thing. The next option would be to have the overlap block. So let's choose an image for that. Let's do that same one. And then we'll choose button, work with me. Ooh. Make sure you type it right or it won't let them go anywhere. And let's choose package name and then paste in all the details. So you can see there's a few different ways to do this, and it works really nicely without code. You don't have to have any kind of special skills or plugins to do this either. One thing I might note is that you'll notice a few changes that are different on my screen than you might be seeing on yours, and that's because I have the Square Kicker plugin installed on my website. So if you happen to be a user of that or interested in that, make sure you go check out the best no-code Squarespace plugin. I can't remember exactly the name of that blog post, but I will link it in this post. But basically it gives you extra options. So I could have an overlay color on the image or a gradient. I could do a shadow. All kinds of really neat stuff. So if that seems like it might interest you, I'll link to that and you can go check out that post for some further editability. That includes your fonts and stuff too. So let's see, in this particular block, we can make the package name really big. And for the paragraph 3, we could add lots of letter spacing, that kind of thing. And you can see that it only applies to this block too, which is really nice. So you don't have to have the capability of writing your own CSS with that plugin, even though I can. Sometimes this is just faster. So those are the options, and that's probably the easier method, but that stays exactly on brand because it's using your own Squarespace site style design options, and it doesn't require any code or any extra special skill set. So that is my number 1 method, and then check out the video for the other method using Canva.